These are the best body weight exercises that every wrestler should be doing to get stronger and more explosive. Let's discuss. What's going on, guys? My name is Josh Settlage. I am the BJJ Strength Coach, and I'm going to be talking to you guys about wrestling. But before I talk to you guys about the best bodyweight exercises that you wrestlers should be doing, I want to invite you guys to sign up for my newsletter. My newsletter is something that I send out every week with free workouts for you guys that are going to contain the specialized strength and conditioning workouts specific for wrestling athletes. If you click the link below in the description, you'll be able to sign up for the newsletter. And then as a thank you for being a supporter of this channel, I'm going to send you a free 4-week strength program that's going to give you the tools necessary so that you can start getting stronger, so you can start winning more matches and getting injured less. If you're interested in that free 4-week strength program, just click the link below. So let's dive right into it. The best body weight strength exercises that you should be doing as a wrestling athlete. Being strong for wrestling is, it's so freaking important. When it comes to wrestling, nobody ever lost a wrestling match because they were too strong. And at the same time, nobody ever got injured in a wrestling match because they were too strong. Being strong is one of the best things you can do to enhance your performance on the mat, as well as just help yourself be more resilient so you're less likely to get injured. And unfortunately, we can't always get to the gym. We can't always have the opportunity to lift heavy weights with barbells and dumbbells and machines and things like that. So here are some of the best body weight exercises that you should be doing to help you get stronger on the mat, specifically for wrestling. The first body weight exercise that you should be doing is a pretty popular one. It's just gonna be pull-ups. I would throw chin-ups in there as well. The difference is a pull-up is with palms forward, a chin-up is with palms backwards or facing your face. That being said, pull-ups and chin-ups are amazing. It's one of the best exercises you can be doing. One of the biggest reasons is because it teaches you how to control your own body weight. It's a great test of strength. The more pull-ups you can do, that's a great sign that you're getting stronger and you have more, you have greater control over your body weight. And if you're doing pull-ups over, say, 20 reps and that number is increasing, your muscular endurance is also improving as well. The other thing that's great about pull-ups is that it's awesome for getting a stronger grip, getting stronger arms, and getting a stronger back, as well as loosening up your shoulders. If you're doing pull-ups correctly, where you come into a full extension at the bottom of the rep, you're gonna get a nice good stretch in your lats, a good stretch in your shoulders, while strengthening your grip, your arms, and your back. Having a strong back, especially a strong upper back, is so huge for wrestling. Almost in every wrestling position, you have to have a strong back or else you're gonna get taken down, you're gonna get turned, and you're gonna get pinned. You think about the standing position. Every time you tie up with somebody, you need to have a strong upper back, because if your head gets snapped down, your posture gets broken down, you're gonna fall out of your wrestling stance, probably gonna get taken down, and you're probably gonna get pinned in front of your mom, and that freaking sucks. Having a strong upper back is very important for maintaining posture, but having strong lats, these big pulling muscles right here on your back, is so important for basically every takedown. Every takedown that you do where you're reaching out, grabbing somebody's leg, sucking it in, whether it's a single leg, maybe you like to shoot high C's, you're clearing that collar tie, shooting in that high C deep, and then you're cutting to a double. You have to pull your opponent's legs into you or close to your body so that their legs can't spread out in a proper sprawl. If you have weak lats, if you have a weak upper back and weak arms, good luck trying to suck somebody's legs in. I don't know if you've ever seen some wrestlers that have just a freaking, their legs are so freaking jacked, and when they sprawl, they're super fast. When you're shooting in on someone's legs, you gotta have strong arms and you gotta have a strong back so you can pull their legs in and successfully finish the takedown. The next bodyweight exercise that all wrestlers should be doing and working on improving is gonna be the dip. You can do dips on rings, you can do dips on a dip bar. You can do dips with weight, you could do dips with just body weight. The thing is with dips, it's gonna help in a lot of different ways. It's gonna strengthen the pushing muscles of your upper body. It's gonna hit your chest, it's gonna hit your shoulders a little bit, and it's gonna hit your triceps. Having strong pushing muscles is very important for wrestling. Someone on TikTok one time commented on one of my videos and said, you don't need any bench work, you don't need any dips or tricep work because you don't do any pushing in wrestling. That's gotta be like one of the most ridiculous comments I've ever seen, because every time somebody shoots on you, what are you doing? You post on their head, you cross face, and you sprawl. You're trying to create space. If someone starts to clear collar ties and they're trying to get inside so that they can get some underhooks on you, what are you doing? You're pummeling inside and you're pushing them away, creating space. And then the best example of why you need to have a strong upper body, especially when it comes to pushing movements, is because if you get broken down, what do you need to do? Build back up to your base. You can't build back up to your base if you're pulling yourself into the ground. You have to put your hands on the mat, get to a hip, create a little bit of an angle, start pressing, getting your arms locked out, building back up to your base, getting your head up so you can hit your stand up, cut away, and take them down again. So the dip is a great exercise that's gonna help strengthen your upper body for wrestling. Now, we've talked about the upper body when it comes to the front for the dip and the back for the pull-up. Now let's talk about our core. Your core needs to be so freaking strong for wrestling because all athletic movements involve your core. If you have a weak core, you kind of have a weak rest of your body. There's not a whole lot you can do to get strong if your core is weak. That being said, one of the best exercises, and it's pretty simple too, not very complicated. One of the best body weight exercises that you could be doing for wrestling is going to be the hanging toes to bar. If you can't do the toes to bar with your legs straight, that's fine. You can start out with an intermediate exercise called the hanging knee raise. That being said, the toes to bar is gonna be awesome. If you can get up to sets of 15 with a straight leg, strict toes to bar, your core is gonna be really strong. And here's what's great about the toes to bar. Not only are you able to strengthen your core and your abs, it's a great exercise if you're trying to work on those six-pack muscles, but it's also a great exercise for shoulder health and increasing your grip strength. If you're hanging from a bar and you don't have the elbow straps that kind of help support your weight a little bit and you're just doing it with just your hands, you're gonna get a really strong grip. It's gonna help with shoulder health because you're actually able to hang and stabilize that shoulder position before you start raising your legs. And of course, it's gonna get your core really strong, get your core jacked so that way your abs can pop out through your singlet. Now moving on to the lower body. One of the best exercises you could be doing for the lower body is gonna be the glute ham raise / the Nordic curl. If you don't have a glute ham raise machine, that's totally okay. You could do what's called a Nordic curl, but they're essentially the same exercise or at least very similar. And what this is basically a pull-up for your lower body. What you're gonna do is you're gonna wedge your legs into a position. You wanna have a pad underneath your knees, that way you don't cut your knees up and mess with your kneecaps or anything like that. But what you're doing is you're lowering your body down, and then using only your hamstrings, you're pulling your entire body weight back up. This is amazing for protecting your knees and having healthier, pain-free knees, as well as having really strong hamstrings, which contribute to having a strong posterior chain. If you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you guys know how important it is to have a strong posterior chain, because here's the deal. Every athletic movement we do in wrestling, from takedowns to stand-ups to escapes, even in pinning combinations and tilts, they all require the use of our posterior chain. Your posterior chain are the muscles of your low back, glutes, and hamstrings. And using the Nordic curl and or the glute ham raise, that is one of the best exercises that you could be doing to strengthen your posterior chain. You can't be strong if your posterior chain is weak, and I'd go as far to say you can't be a good wrestler if your posterior chain is weak. And then the last and final exercise for the lower body is actually gonna be one that's less strength oriented and more focused on explosiveness and power, and that's gonna be the broad jump. I see people doing box jumps all the time, and if you have access to a box or a ledge where you can do box jumps, that's great, but assuming you don't and you just need a bodyweight exercise, just jump forwards. What this does is when you're working through these plyometric exercises or these jumping exercises, it's gonna improve your ability to be really fast and really explosive. You think about a jump, you can't jump slow. Try doing a slow jump, it just doesn't work. So if you're actively looking to jump as far as you freaking can, you have to generate a lot of force in your lower body and really push off the ground and drive yourself forward so you start flying through the air so that you can land and then do it again. Usually I like to do anywhere from 5 to 10 sets of 2 to 3 reps per set. And what's great about this exercise is we're jumping forward, which means we're gonna help train our body's ability to be explosive, jumping forward and driving through on takedowns. If you wanna have a really fast shot to get in on someone's legs, whether it's a high C, whether it's just a straight double, or whether it's some sort of sweep single variation, you like to be kind of cagey and wrestle from the outside, not tie up right away and like to dive in and shoot in on someone's legs. If that's the type of wrestler you are, you're definitely gonna wanna be doing some broad jumps, because that's gonna help you get faster at shooting in on your opponent's legs so you can take them down and pin them in front of their mom. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe on this video. I really appreciate you supporting the channel. It's been awesome seeing all your comments. I'm doing my best to answer every comment, so if you guys have questions, be sure to leave them in the comments below. You guys can follow me on Instagram at Joshua Settlage and on TikTok at Joshua Settlage, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.